All right, guys, welcome back, and we are pushing through. We are on the Shay How Learn How to Code, and we are on topic number 4, opening the box model. So the box model is pretty important when it comes to orientating your content on the web page. I feel like having a good grasp of this will be helpful in order to save yourself a lot of time and hassle in the future. So I'm going to go through this and see what it has in store. And I'm going to check back with you guys once I'm done and let you know what I come up with. All right, we're back, and we just wrapped up module number 4 of Shay How Learning How to Code. So the idea of the box model is that every object on a page is rectangular in form and has a height, a width, padding, border, and margin. So these elements make up all of the things you see on your screen, whether they're round, triangular, whatever other kind of shape you can think of. In actuality, on the page, it is a rectangle. So they start out with the width and height of the object. So that's kind of your bare bones layout of the content. And then from there, they move into padding and margin. So the padding is the space in between the content and the border, and the margin is the space in between the border and other content on the page. So it gives you two different controls which seem similar, especially if you don't have a border visible, because it gives you that space, so it almost gives you the same effect. But if you have a border that appears, then you get a better understanding of where that space is going into the layout. Next, they get into borders themselves. Borders can have a lot of different visual aspects to them. You can create the width of a border to be very thick, or you can have a very skinny border. You can color your borders so they're black, blue, red, yellow, green, whatever you want. You can also make different styles of borders, so checkered borders or solid borders. And then finally, they get into developer tools. So on your browser, you can right click and go to developer tools, and then this will give you kind of a behind the scenes look at how things are being displayed. It kind of shows you the HTML and the CSS that's being applied to the web page in order for it to be displayed the way it is. So if you ever want to look at a web page and see how something is made or how it's being displayed the way it is, you can just use these developer tools in order to get almost like an x-ray vision of the web page and see behind the scenes of what's going on. Developer tools are really important, so it is really a good idea to get familiar with them and start using them on a regular basis. It's almost just a habit to think about. Get used to thinking about going to the developer tools when you have a question or you're trying to figure something out, even developing your own web page. So that is lesson number 4 on Shay How Learning How to Code. Some really good information. It took us through the box model from top to bottom, just like the other lessons. It's extremely thorough. And they also give you the practical experience of going through of how the material is applied to an actual web page. So it's not just theoretical, but it also gives you hands-on look at how this material is applied to web pages. So another good lesson, a little bit drier because it is kind of just the bare bones, but we're moving on to the more exciting stuff once we get into the later lessons here. So this is just building the foundation for what we need in order to move on to the more exciting features of web development. But that was number 4, and we are now on to number 5.